For last 10 days, I used AI tools that other people built. But today, I'm building my own, and I cannot code not even a single line. I have two young kids, and I want them to grow up knowing the stories that I grew up with. Stories from Ramayana, wisdom from Bhagavad Gita. But finding app or books that suits a 4-year-old is very hard. So I'm going to build my own using AI. It's called vibe coding. You explain to AI what you want in plain English, and AI writes all the code. You just watch it generate. No technical skills required. Let me show you what happens when a mom with zero coding experience tells AI to build an app for her kids. Here I am in Claude, and I'm going to describe what I want. I'm going to ask it to create stories from Ramayana written for young children with illustrations and moral lessons. So let me type this out. So I say, build me an interactive storybook app for young children 4 to 7. Include 4 stories from Ramayana. The squirrel who helped build the bridge, Hanuman crossing the ocean, the golden deer, Rama's return to Ayodhya. And for each of these stories, write it in a simple language that a 4-year-old can understand. Also include colorful emoji illustration area. Show the moral of the story at the end. Make the app beautiful, colorful, kid-friendly with navigation buttons to go between the stories. And my expectation is when I hit enter, it should create the storybook. Okay, it's that fast. Let's check it out. Okay. I'll start by reading the front-end design skill to ensure high-quality output. See, Claude is working on creating this interactive workbook. First, it's reading the front-end design skill. I asked it to create a very colorful with illustrations. So there's a lot for it to take in before it creates this. I think it's created. This is beautiful. Absolutely did not expect this to be this colorful. Created Tales from Ramayana, stories of courage, kindness, and wisdom. It gave it a very good heading. I mean, notice how fast this was. It says, here's the Ramayana storybook app. Each story is written in gentle, simple language for little ones. 4 stories, the squirrel, the Hanuman sleep, the golden Rama. Tap the colorful pills at the top, use the arrow buttons, swipe left or right, or use keyboard arrows. Each story has its own color theme that shifts as you move. Let me check. Hanuman crosses the big ocean. Rama's wife Sita was taken away. Hanuman climbed to the top, big mountain, whoosh. Finally, Hanuman reached the island where Sita was kept. He found her. And there is a moral of the story too at the bottom. What we done? When you love someone, you find the courage to do amazing things. Be brave and never give up. This is the little squirrel who helped. A long time ago, Rama needed to build a big bridge across the ocean to rescue his dear wife. All the strong monkeys and bears came to help. They carried huge rocks and giant trees. This is exactly the story I grew up learning. No matter how small you are, your help always matters. Every little effort counts. That's a beautiful moral of the story. Let's check out the third story, the golden deer. Not everything that looks pretty and shiny is good for you. If something seems too good to be true, be careful. I definitely believe that. Rama returns. This is a story to know what Diwali is, and the good always wins over bad. There is always light over darkness. This is amazing. I just typed one paragraph and it created an interactive storybook. Colorful, looks so kid-friendly. It has beautiful emojis, an illustration, and at the end it has the moral of the story. But I'm not done yet. Let me push this a little further. This is great. Now add an interactive quiz after each story. 2 to 3 multiple choice questions per story that test whether the child understood the model. Make the quiz fun, show a happy emoji when they get it right, and an encouraging message when they get it wrong. The score. Let's see this. It's saying it is trying to understand the structure before adding anything new. It created the quiz. Let me see. I told it if the answer is correct, create confetti. This is very beautiful. And if answer is wrong, squirrels are the best builders? No, the answer is wrong. Subtly, it's saying that story tells even a tiny efforts matter. Very good. Let's see. Once I finish the quiz, it even gives you a progress and scorecard. This is excellent. Kids are going to love it. This time I'm going to ask Claude to build another section which has daily shlokas. This is my prompt. Add a separate section called daily shlokas from Bhagavad Gita. So I'm giving 4 different chapters of Bhagavad Gita from where I want the shlokas to be shlokas to be created. And for each shloka, I'm saying show the Sanskrit text and the English translation and a simple explanation for a young child that can understand this, this complex wisdom in a very relatable example from our daily life. And I do want the storybook to have 2 different tabs for stories and shlokas. And let me hit enter. Okay, Claude came back saying, given the scope of this update, I'm adding a whole new shloka section plus a top level navigation. I'll rebuild the full file with everything integrated. Okay, this may take a while because it's not easy to have Sanskrit and translate it to English and show us the illustration. So it may take some time. Okay, it almost took like 5 minutes, but still this is very, 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 very quick relatively. So it's saying I created the Sanskrit Devanagari script in a rich gradient header, then English translation in italics, kid-friendly explanation that breaks down. Okay, let me see how the storybook looks like. Wow, this is great. See, before I only had stories, now I have daily shlokas. I have 2 different tabs. These were the stories where we asked in the first prompt 4 stories. This is good. But all these 4 stories, I asked it to create a quiz, which is at the bottom. Again, remember, even now, I have not created a single line of code. Everything, I'm just talking in plain English, and Claude is doing everything in the background. That's called vibe coding, right? So let me hit the daily shlokas tab. This is beautiful. I have a Bhagavad Gita and I have a real life example, but there is a problem here. I don't see the shloka. It says Bhagavad Gita, but I don't see anything in Sanskrit. Something is not right. So this is how it happens. Even though we are just talking and telling Claude what to do, sometimes things may not work out in the very first attempt, so you may have to go back and forth with it. Okay, so I'm just telling Claude the Sanskrit shloka, the card on the top that is missing. Right, so let's see what happens. Okay, Claude is working. Let me check the shloka card structure. Let me view the file to see what happened to the shloka card. Let me view the actual file to see what happened. Okay, I see the problem. This is very nice. It's even talking to me in a language that I can understand. I see the problem. My replacement accidentally deleted the shloka card structure. Let me fix this properly. It's saying the entire shloka data and HTML template got corrupted. Let me rebuild the file completely with all the correct structure. File created, fixed. I have rebuilt the entire file. The shloka card on the top is now back and displaying properly. You should now see top card colorful gradient, the Sanskrit shloka in Devanagari, plus English translation. Let's check it out. Let me refresh. I don't think it's working. Can you check the code again? I see the meaning and real life example, but no Devanagari script. Working, running command, find all references to the shloka top card. The issue must be the white text on the gradient is somehow not visible. Let me check if the gradient background. Check gradient. CSS looks correct. See how amazing this is? Claude is actually doing all the work. Still, I have not written even a single line of code. I don't even know where the mistake is. Claude itself is doing everything. It's saying I'm checking the command, I'm running the command, I'm viewing everything. This part looks fine. That's scooped by ID. Can you check this test page? Oh wow, it's saying check a test page. It should show just the orange gradient card with white. I think I do see some Sanskrit. Yes, this is very good. Test, does the shloka card render? Yes. If this one works, then the issue is with how can the position in the main app. If this one is also missing, then it is rendering. Let me know what you see and I'll fix the main app. Excellent. Does the shloka card render? Yes, I see the shloka card and Devanagari script. Okay. It's as if I'm really talking to a developer and I'm in a real test instance and we are just going back and forth testing the code that the developer fixes. Okay, it's saying, I think the problem is now the site has paddle and overflow. Okay. When the section is first hidden and then shown, the view part may have a 0 height initially. But more importantly, I bet the issue is that the cards overflow and are clipping it when it's first child inside an absolute position inside. Let me try a different approach. Remove overflow and test if the issue is the absolute positioning of a slide. The real fix, I'll make the shloka section use a completely different, simpler layout, a scrollable container with normal flow, no absolute positioning for slides instead. I'll show hide slides with toggling. This avoids all the clipping overflow issues. I mean, this is what makes vibe coding so powerful for people like me who cannot code and who cannot really hire a developer and pay thousands of dollars. But having an AI tool like this where I can interact and I know what's happening and get to the resolution. Okay, I came back and it's saying the key change this time, the shloka section now uses a completely different layout approach instead of absolute positioning slides. The shloka called HTML is also built using a plain string concatenation to avoid any potential escaping issues with Devanagari characters. And it has got a translation. This is very beautiful. I've got stories, quiz, and simple translation and moral of the story. And then I've got daily shlokas. I'm still in the same app. I just have to tab between two different pages. Now let's take this one step forward. One more thing, that a progress tracker section, show which stories the child has read, which quizzes they have completed, which shlokas they have learned, and use check marks and progress bar. Maybe add a star system. They earn a star for each completed story and a quiz, and show total stars at the top of the app. Okay, I'm gonna hit enter. Now I have full understanding of the current file. I need to add third top navigation, my progress. Add a star counter at the very top. Track story reads, quiz completions, and shloka views. Let me make the targeted edits. I'm a little nervous. Am I overcomplicating and over-engineering this simple app? Or will this make it more interactive? Now add the tabs. Wow, this was so quick. Okay, it's doing something. What is it saying? I added a third tab. I think it's not done yet, so I will not mess with it. Oh, I see it. Yeah. Now update the switch function handle, progress tab. Yeah, I see another tab here. See how fast this is? I'm not speeding up anything. This is happening in the real time. And this was only 3 minutes into this. And it added one more tab called progress. Oh, this is good. This is a global star, and this is stories star. And this will be shlokas stars. 4 stars for completing quizzes, 4 stars for learning shlokas, progress tab, a visual star displaying, showing filled. Let me see how does it look. Wow, this is amazing. And so far we have earned only 1 out of 12 stars. Keep reading and learning, overall progress. Not only that it has the stars here, it has a progress bar as well. I'm sure this kind of a development takes a lot of time and skill for somebody to build. A motivational message that updates progress on the bar. This is even cute. This was a shloka that was completed, so there is a bar here. There is a bar on the top. There are bars in individual stories, individual shlokas. This is beautiful. So what did it do? A big visual star displaying, showing filled, an overall progress bar, a motivational message that updates on the progress, stories and quiz section. Each story card shows its emojis, shlokas learned. This is amazing. What started just like a storybook now became into a learning app. This is so beautiful and colorful and very kid-friendly. The colors are very eye-catching, and the shlokas have meaning which even a 4-year-old can easily understand with just a real-life example. This is nothing but amazing, and this is called vibe coding. Now that this app is complete, I have 2 options here. I can either download this as is, or I can publish this on a web. And once it's published on the web, you can use your tablet and start interactively use this app. But for now, I'm just going to download this and print it, and we're going to read an old-fashioned way. I can't code, but I just built an interactive learning app with stories, quizzes, shlokas, and a progress tracker. 4 prompts under 30 minutes with 0 lines of code. Right now, this lives inside Claude. It's a working demo. It's not an app that is published yet. For tonight, I'm going to print this and my kids can use it to read at bedtime. But the code exists. When ready, I can publish this into the web using tools like Lovable. That's the art of possibility. A year ago, the same app would have taken me to hire a developer and spend thousands of dollars. Today, I built this for my kid. But you can build this like a flashcard app if you're studying, a budget tracker, workout planner, or an interactive tool for your small business. Anything that you can describe it, AI will build it. So try it. Open Claude, describe something that you wish existed, and see what happens. Bye.